Hey CCHS students, this is Mayor Meghan Sahli-Wells. I am also the mom of Emilian and Lucy and Sally. And I am here to tell you why you should come to the youth forum for the LA County Supervisors candidates. It's at the Frost on February 7th, and most people don't know what LA County supervisors do. What I'll tell you is that their nickname is the Five Little Kings. And the reason they're called that is because they have an enormous amount of power and an enormous budget as well. What's kind of exciting with this election in particular is that for the first time in history, there's an opportunity to make the Five Little Kings into Five Little Queens, because currently there 4 of the 5 county supervisors are women, and there are women candidates running for this office too. So obviously I'm supportive of women in leadership, so I'll just leave it there, but it is an historic opportunity, and you'll get a chance to hear the supervisors speak for themselves on February 7th. So let's put this into perspective. In the 2nd supervisorial district, that's our district here in Culver City, the population is about 2 million people. 2 million people is more than the population of 15 states in our nation. That includes places like Montana, Idaho, and Hawaii, among many others. So just in terms of the population that they cover, it's absolutely enormous. They have a $10 billion budget. So basically, a lot of the services that we depend on as residents in LA County come through the County Board of Supervisors. They vote on these things. Things like public health, the initiative to end homelessness. They actually budget the LA County jails. One of their most significant decisions within the past couple of years was to not expand one of the huge men's central jails and instead start providing services, especially mental health services, and basically more justice. They run the budget for the LA County sheriffs. And more specifically in Culver City, they've given us some grants, and through one of their programs to begin to end school suspensions, and instead of suspending kids, give them services and restorative justice. We also have a program with LA County and our police department, Culver City PD, in order to end youth incarceration, again, with a restorative justice perspective. So these are incredibly important local programs, and without being able to work with the county, we can't do these things. One last thing, and this is something that I'm personally extremely upset about, is maybe some of you are familiar with the Mamie Clayton Librarian Museum. It was a decision of our current county supervisor to shut it down, to evict them, and to give $4 million to upgrade the building for a biotech center. Now, to me, $4 million could have kept the museum in place. We could have created affordable housing on the courthouse site and done a lot of really important things to our community on that site. Biotech is great, but I don't really think they need a ton of money. Anyway, that is something that our current supervisor decided on and had the right to do. Hopefully the new county supervisor will make different decisions that will more closely help our city and serve the folks who need it most. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Thank you for listening, and hope you go to the youth forum. And importantly, if you're able to vote on March 3rd, because that is the date of the primary, which will you'll have top two finishers that will go on to the election in November. If one of the candidates gets 50% of the vote plus one, then they will win it outright, and they will just become supervisor. Or you will get the top two, and then that'll go to the November election. So it's a really important election, and if you're 18 by March 3rd, I would encourage you to vote. Bye.